أيها السيدات والسادة، أسعد الله مساءكم باليمن والخير والسرور والبركات. أهلا ومرحبا بكم في الجلسة الثانية للمؤتمر الأفريقي الثاني للحد من حوادث الغرق تحت شعار إفريقيا متحدة لإيقاف الغرق، والذي تحتضنه عروس المدائن، محافظة الإسكندرية، عروس البحر المتوسط، في ليلة ويوم مشمس، على عكس كل جمهورية مصر العربية التي يسيطر عليها الغمام وتنذر الأمطار بالهطول، لكننا هنا شمس مشرقة وقلوب دافئة. أهلا ومرحبا بكم. مع الجلسة الثانية أتشرف أن أدعو السادة المتحدثين للصعود إلى المنصة. السيد لوك كونينغهام، العضو المنتدب بالشرق الأوسط لشركة بلو جارد، وسيحدثنا عن تمكين رجال الإنقاذ بالتكنولوجيا. الأستاذ الدكتور طارق صلاح، رئيس لجنة الإنقاذ بالاتحاد المصري للغوص والإنقاذ، عميد كلية التربية الرياضية جامعة المنيا. الأستاذ الدكتور هشام ربيع، سكرتير لجنة الإنقاذ بالاتحاد الإفريقي للإنقاذ. الأستاذ الدكتور طارق صلاح سيحدثنا عن تجربة مصر لكليات التربية الرياضية لنشر رياضة الإنقاذ. والدكتور هشام ربيع سيحدثنا عن مفردات الكود المصري لتأمين المسطحات المائية، الشواطئ وحمامات السباحة. ثم السيد الأستاذ سيد حسن، استشاري رياضات مائية بالمدرسة الأمريكية بالقاهرة، وهو شيخ المدربين بالمناسبة، لمن لا يعرف فله تحية خاصة، وسيحدثنا عن تحسين كفاءة ومستوى المنقذين. نعم، يستحق التحية. تفضل يا فندم. ثم الحاج أمادو ديانج، رئيس قطاع التخطيط الإقليمي وتخطيط المدن في السنغال، وسيحدثنا عن مشكلة الإدارة المتكاملة للشواطئ للوقاية من مخاطر الغرق. مرحبا وأهلا وسهلا بالأستاذ محمد علي غربال، رئيس الاتحاد الإفريقي للإنقاذ. سيترأس هذه الجلسة ويديرها، ونتمنى أن نستمتع وإياكم بالمعلومات التي ستصلنا من هؤلاء القامات العلمية الكبيرة. شكرا لكم.
السلام عليكم. أولا أشكر السيد أشرف على هذا التقديم وعلى فتح أمجاد مصر العربية والعلاقات ما بين الشعوب الشقيقة، خاصة الشعب المغربي والشعب المصري. We will start this second session, and we have with us, as said already by Mr. Ashraf, Mr. Luke Cunningham, and Mr. Tariq Salah, Mr. Hisham Rabi, Mr. Said, and Al-Haji Amadou Diang from Senegal. Welcome again. Today we will discuss all this subject, but we have to know that all the people coming here, they are coming with the goal, and their goal is to limit and prevent drowning prevention in their countries. To do that, Morocco did the first conference, and Egypt right now are doing very, very well with the second conference. I hope that finally we will see the governments of our countries and our federation working together so we can have these goals. And it will be successful when we have like or such a minister of youth and sports, the one that Egypt have today, Mr. Ashraf Subhi, and I thank him a lot for all his discourse today and his decisions before, mainly for the manifestation of 25 July, the last one in Egypt. It was amazing, it was an example, and it was an honor for me and for all the Africans to do like that job. We will start this session, the second one, with Mr. Luke Cunningham, the General Director of Blue Guard, with the new technologies in life-saving. Mr. Luke, welcome.
Oh, excellent. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Yeah, excellent. Fantastic. We've got a presentation which should come up on the screen as well. There we go. Excellent. Cool. So first of all, thank you very much. This is my first time in Egypt, and the hospitality has been fantastic, and I feel very welcome. And it's been a very informative morning. I've learned so much about different countries and their journey on drowning prevention and where they're at. What I'd like to do today is, for a short period of time, like 10-15 minutes, is just talk a little bit about technology and how it can help us, or if some of us ready to adopt it or not. So I've got four main things I want to cover in today's session, and it's kind of the challenges which lifeguards currently face, why pool and beach operators might be reluctant to adopt technology, what technology options are currently available, and how can technology support and empower our lifeguards. So lifeguard and technology has been going on for a long time. People think about technology and they only think about mobile phones and camera systems. But beforehand, you have to remember, lifeguards didn't have binoculars. Okay, they didn't have a rescue tube. They didn't have IRBs or jet skis to go rescue people. So technology has been slowly integrated into the life-saving. It's not kind of what we think every day of, you know, it's the cameras and the mobile phones. So naturally, it's been a progression. Do I personally think it's been adopted quickly enough? Maybe yes, maybe no. And it was fantastic this morning learning about different countries and what stage of life-saving prevention you're on. So we've got some countries that are very much in the grassroots stages, and they're still trying to educate people on water safety. And then we have Egypt, and Dr. Naima this morning mentioned from the World Health Organization, she talked about the inclusion of AI in water safety. So it's really fascinating to see the two different ends of the spectrum. And we'll cover some of those topics today. So some people are ready to adopt technology because they've built that grassroots and those foundations, and others are not ready to adopt it because they're still trying to educate people that there should be a lifeguard on duty and they should have a certain standard of training. One of the things which we'll cover now is kind of the daily challenges. So today when we talk about technology, there's so many different things to go about. But what I want to focus on today is particular technology is drowning prevention or drowning detection, with the focus on swimming pools. I could stay here probably for the next 2 or 3 days talking about different technologies on the beaches, in the swimming pools, for non-managed services. But for this, we're just going to focus on the swimming pool aspect of it. So there's so many challenges which lifeguards face. And those of you that support the lifeguards realize it's not just an easy job of sitting on the poolside and watching for people. There's so many factors that go into place. So they're human beings, you know. So there's many people, there's lack of training. Some people are not fortunate enough to have 3 or 4 lifeguards on duty at once. They've only got 1. So that lifeguard is then working longer hours. And as soon as they start working longer hours, they're under pressure, they're tired, their judgment becomes not focused. Other establishments are set up to fail. So for example, they put a lifeguard on duty without any training or emergency action plan or any standard operating procedure. So with all these in mind, lifeguards still have to remain focused with what's happening above and below the water. And they are responsible for life or death. It's a very serious role of a lifeguard. Lots of people have this perception it's just such an easy role that they sit on the poolside and do absolutely nothing, maybe chat to some people and catch some sun. So it's really important that we take into account all the challenges that come along with it. So why are pool and beach operators reluctant to adopt this technology? And again, listening to some of the conversations which are happening this morning, it's really interesting because for some people it's not financially viable, you know. For others, it's actually better to support the local community by hiring 10 lifeguards or 20 lifeguards rather than incorporating technology. But some of the things are, you know, the lifeguard will become lazy because they'll rely too much on technology. Some people are very traditional when it comes to water safety, and, you know, we're not ready for this technology side of things. If we look at our day-to-day lives, technology is incorporated in everything that we do, right? Everything. If we look at car safety, the airbag, the seat belt, everything. We look at fire safety. Every aspect of our life, technology is having a positive impact. So why are we not driving this more within water safety? Okay, so other people, they didn't even know technology was available, and I think there could be some really interesting discussions between the different groups of people here about, you know, what kind of technology solutions might help with their venture to basically have zero drownings, because that's the ultimate goal of what we're doing, isn't it? We want to make sure there are zero drownings which take place. So if we look at some of the technology systems which are available for pool operators, it was great again hearing about Egypt actually taking on some AI systems. So the camera-based systems which are inside swimming pools that with AI detect if people are in panic, how long they stay underwater, and kind of the cameras which go along with it. You've got wearable wristbands for open water, you know, children journeying from point A to point B that have to cross open water. Is there a way we can link these alarm systems to send signals remotely? So if an incident happens in one location, it'd be great to escalate that process to another one to inform people that, you know, somebody is in trouble and somebody is in danger. And I think what's really important to note here is technology will never replace lifeguards, okay? Because we still need people on poolside that are capable to go into the water, that are capable of rescuing somebody, performing CPR. Lifeguarding, you know, for hundreds of years has been, we've relied on our eyes and our senses, which is fantastic. But as I mentioned before, you know, things do go wrong. So we should look at ways of supporting the lifeguards that we've already got on site. So how can technology work? So it acts as an extra layer of protection for the lifeguards. So we've done a fantastic job at training them. We've made sure they're rotating properly. We've got enough people on site. We've done our emergency action plans. We've done our normal operating procedures. But sometimes there's a busy period or there's a spike, and instead of 20 people in the pool, there's 50 people in the pool. And we don't have that option of bringing additional resources. So technology can act as that extra layer of protection. Make sure an alert is raised if an incident is not spotted by the lifeguards. So, you know, 88% of drownings happen under supervision. So when somebody is underwater, can we trigger systems? Can we let people know about it? It also shows that the pool or beach operator is willing to invest in safety, which is massive. So that's not only from a private point of view, but from a tourist point of view. You know, if you're traveling to places, you can see people are willing to invest in the safety of people at the swimming pool. It gives swimming pool users that peace of mind and that trust to enter the water. Different technology systems allow us to be active 24/7, and it can make sure that no swimmer is left unnoticed. So if there's a lack in concentration from a lifeguard, we can make sure with technology that that's covered and everyone is safe. Technology is still very early days, but I think it needs these healthy conversations and awareness, and people to have the right conversations to see which one is the best suited for your challenge or your environment. So thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Excellent, thank you.